Hi guys, Tiffany here. Welcome to my quilting life. Today is Sunday, the 31st of May, last day of May, and it's Sunday. Time to sew on a Sunday. If you are new to my channel, head down there, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, get notifications when I am live, and like my videos, please. It helps. I don't know how it helps, but it helps. Hi Becca, hi Robin. So as you can tell, I'm late, guys. For the last 2 days now, I have been trying to edit a video for you all to see. I don't know what keeps happening or why or what I'm doing wrong, but it's not editing. It gets to about 93%, between 91 and 93%, and it cuts out. So before this video, it was still going, and I was like, it's seriously at 93%. If anything's at 93%, do you turn it off? Or do you wait just a little bit longer? So I waited and waited and waited, and I just said, screw it. I will start all over again later. So that's what's been holding me up, is this video for the last 2 days now of going through and thinking I edited it right, and it's not. I don't know what's happening. I go into the time stamp where it's messing up, and I removed something and added something, and I don't know what's going on. I'm not I'm not a video editing genius / I'm not a video editor, period. I actually hate the process. It annoys the crud out of me. So I literally tried all night. I was up till 6 o'clock in the morning before I just said, okay, I'll just stick it down and see what happens by the time I get up. And 8 a.m. comes around and still. So I started over. And I'm not gonna bother. I'll wait until I'm not as frustrated, or else you guys would have had a different video from me yesterday if it would have worked properly. So I just said screw it at 93% and turned it off and said I'll just do this because I can't do this at the same time because the video edits from my phone. So I am not an editor. I don't know how to fix things. I don't know how to make it better. Or maybe I'll find a different editing program or something that my phone can handle. I don't know. So, all right. Let's see. Becca, Robin, Sue-Ann, Vicky, Suzanne, Jill, June, Kim, Gwen, Sue-Ann, Vicky. Did I say that already? I probably did. Jill, Rowena, Sue-Ann, and Sonat. Hi, all of you. Thank you for joining me. Hi, Jody. Again, I'm late. It's video problems, and I'm frustrated. So I made CJ a quilt. You guys all know, you watched me quilt it, and I have made him a matching pillowcase. Let me grab some thread real quick because I need thread for this that matches. What's that, navy blue? Can't tell. Huh, looks navy to me. That is what I'll use. Kind of looks black though. No, that is black. I need something navy. Aha, here's navy. I definitely know this one's navy. So I'm going to make his matching pillowcase. It's already been quilted, and I did it totally different than anybody else would make a pillowcase because, well, I try to do different things. So, hi Gina, hi Shirley. Let's make sure I have a bob in that color. Probably don't. And I do not. All right, so let's roll a bobbin because I really don't think I need more than one bobbin of this stuff. I made him a pillowcase different than most pillowcases, and I am not very good with sewing things other than making a quilt. Let that roll for a second. You know how many times I've stopped, tried to take a deep breath on, I don't know why, I just feel frustrated. Plus I'm sick, so everything is even more frustrating because I absolutely 100% feel like crud. Nothing about valley fever that I have is getting better. The medicine is making me feel worse. And to top everything off, yesterday when I got out of bed, I noticed some MS problems peeking their head, and then last night, and then today, and so on today so far. Nothing but my legs are shivering. So I have a feeling that those will be not usable soon, because that's what starts happening at the beginning of my MS attacks, as well as the inability to concentrate and think, which is really frustrating. And get words out. So my hair is getting long. It looks great. Well, it may be getting long, but it is falling out like crazy. Like, my hair has never been so thin. Look at, I barely have any hair. Look at how thin that is. Like, on the top of my head, there's no thickness. But I'm going to keep growing it until it completely all falls out, which will probably soon happen, because the side effect of the medicine I'm on causes hair loss. And not just any hair loss. Everybody that's on it loses their hair, like cancer patients on chemo, because chemo causes you to lose your hair. And the medicine I'm on is like that. Which was like my other meds for MS. But I wasn't losing my hair as bad. I'm really losing my hair. Everyone remember a thumbs up. Thanks, Kim, for that. On another note, I, as of yesterday, have sold 6 quilts. So you guys, if you want a quilt, don't forget the video is still there, and I've been updating the on the YouTube video. I've been updating in the pinned comment which ones are already gone. So I just haven't updated yesterday's sale because I haven't been on. I've been trying to edit a video, but so 6 quilts are gone. So for those of you that want a quilt made by me and you have the money to pay for it, because they're not expensive, I really cheaped myself out. You know, I mean, I put a pretty good price on everything so that I can get it all gone. They are all, there's 30 still available, something. There was 37 to start with, so there's 36, so there's like 31 available. So there's quite a bit left, bigger ones and still baby ones too. So don't forget that the video on YouTube is available to see what quilts I have for sale, and then over on my Facebook business page, and in the I don't even know if it's the first comment, but in a comment on there says what's gone as well. So I'm going to put this down over there because my holder for it is being used as a ruler holder. I think I really need to make myself a ruler holder. So here is one side of CJ's pillowcase, which matches his quilt. It's quilted exactly the same as his quilt as well. Here's the other side. You're thinking, wait, this has no end on it. It is actually one big huge long piece, because it was easier to just put it on the frame that way. One big huge long piece, and then I backed it, you know, so you could see the quilting. But this will just be the inside of the pillow, so that I don't have to do any stitch flippy type stuff. I didn't feel like doing that. So what I am doing though is, first off, I'm going to start by taking this, which is the leftover border fabric, and it's like 5.5 inches or something, and I am going to attach, like binding actually. I'm going to attach one side like this, from the back first though, like binding, and then it will get flipped over and hooked to the other side with a 1/4 inch seam, so it'll end like binding, but really big binding, and I'm going to press it. It should be fine once I do, and then I'll top stitch it so it doesn't go anywhere, because there's no other way to do it. And I'm not going to even pre-iron anything because I'm lazy. I'm not in the mood to do any extra work if I don't have to. Besides making this, I'm pretty sure this is 20 inches, but I'm just going to go ahead and cut it even with the quilt top or the pillow top. And it should fit the pillow because we measured to make sure that it was fitting the pillow. So, okay. Hi, Lisa. I use an office loader shorter the store. My quilting rollers. Very nice of me. He's a happy guy. Yeah. I haven't even bound his quilt. He showed it off to his dad. He's with his dad right now out of town. I haven't even bound it. I feel like carrying it. It's kind of heavy. It turned out, well, it's big. Any quilt that's big, queen size, is heavy for me right now, at least, because I feel like I'm weakened, super weakened. So, and again, I'm in my pajamas, so don't mind that, guys, because I'm not getting dolled up to hang out. And so, you know what I mean? So I'm going to take this and I'm going to make 2 cuts that are exactly this same exact size. Exactly the same. That sounds dumb. Can't even talk. And I don't really want a seam in the middle of this pillowcase top, so I'm just going to cut one and then cut a second and then sew them on. And then you'll see how I'm going to put this together because it's actually pretty clever. I'm not a genius or anything, but I'm attempting to be clever with stuff. Okay, so there's one. Now let's cut a second, and that's a seam. I don't want a seam. So let's bypass that seam and cut both sides. I'll start like right here at the seam. That way I can just not have a seam. I don't want any seams. Everything's nice and straight. So I don't need any of that. Oops, stay down. I'm going to hold it in place until I get the other side ready to cut. So this is a weird way of doing things. I decided just to get it done. And I'll show you how I'm doing it, obviously. Let's bring this back over here so that you can see. So what I'm going to do, and I'm not going to fold anything. I will iron it when I'm done. So I'm going to attach this right side down on the back of this pillowcase. Super simple. So, and I'm going to use I'm going to use my little guide here. I'm probably going to use like 3/8 of a seam. Let's just line that up like right there. That way it's nice and chunky for a top stitch. That works perfect. And I'm going to line it up and sew it on. Pretty sure there's many people out there that have probably made something like this before, but I'm doing my own thing. Since my brain isn't thinking normally. Oh, there it is. Kind of like having my chat right in front of me, but it's not. Darn it all. And I am sewing through a quilt amount of layers, so backing, batting, and top. So it's going to get super thick. All right, now flip it over, and all I'm going to do is attach it like this on the front. So now it's coming to the front side, as you can see, because my arm is in the way. And I am going to fold it just right. You can pin this kind of stuff if you want. And I'm going to stick my little fold right here, like pretty much just a little bit past my line. Now, this is so weird, right? I'm going to start my stitch, and I'm top stitching like I would with binding, except I'm not going to make my stitch length really small. And I'm going to go ahead and all the way down, fold that same amount, which is like 3/4 of an inch. I'm also going to make sure that the back is nicely pulled out. I'm going to top stitch it. Weird way to make a pillowcase, but oh well. I could have like pre-ironed all this too, but like I said, I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood for anything really. That video editing stuff wiped me out for yesterday and today alone. Oh, so I'm just kind of doing whatever. And for decorative purposes only, I'm going to put a second stitch all the way down. That way it like makes sure that it's holding it really nice. And I think I'm going to go in from, because it's trying to turn, but that's what I get for holding it together like that. Let's see, put it right here. Right at the top, yep. All right, second stitch going in. Stay. Like I said, I'll iron it later. So there's the top part, like a regular pillowcase, how it has that weird fold over or whatever. But mine is just sewn together like this. Now to go to the other side, and I'm going to make sure that I'm doing that same exact thing so it's the same exact size. So I'm going to fold it in half for a second. Just for a second so that I can make sure that I'm starting at the same exact size. A little bit more. That's even. So put a pin right here just to make sure it stays while I'm moving. The rest of it I can adjust as I go. Okay, so now just need to make that fold over the rest of the way down. And look at that, I used a pin, something I never do. Okay. So here we go. I'm gonna sew this side down, doing the same exact thing. Fold it under. I feel like this might just turn out. CJ said it looked like a bed runner at first because of the way I was putting it together. It's like, oh, that's nice. It does. Or like a body pillow cover. His dad thought it was a body pillow cover. Over here. Make sure that those are the same. And they are. Just hold it right there. Do not let go. I'll look at the comments in a second. Let me just sew this thing on here. Oh, that one really folded, but that's what the iron's for later. So now for my second decorative stitch, all the way down. No, I'm using a pretty big stitch length here. So even though I don't feel like, see how it kind of rolled? That's okay, because I don't care. I'm going to be pressing it later. But I'm going to straighten this edge up right here because it kind of rolled over too tall. I'm just going to straighten it right here. I'll probably do the same to the other side. Just a nice straight line along with this right here. That way nothing's hanging over for the next part. Same with this one. This one's not very much off though. This one's actually more accurate. There we go. It was just ever so slightly. Now, right sides or wrong sides together. So the right side is sticking out. I am going to start right here at the top. I know this seems so weird, right? This is what we call improvising and having fun. I see comments. Okay. Let's see. Very nice. Hi, Brenda. Hello, Case. Hello, all. Hi, Nita. Hi, Vivian. Hate to leave. Got back to work in the morning. Must sleep. Okay, bye, Brenda. Get some rest. Up. Did we have a? Holy, yeah. Okay. Hi, Cheryl. All right. Let's put that here. So right sides together. I'm going to make sure this end matches real quick. And I'm going to go ahead and just start sewing like 1/8 of an inch. Not even barely that, probably. Just right here on the edge. Making sure that I grab both the top and bottom. And since everything was really the same size when I started putting it together, everything should still be the same size sewing it together. So I'm going to go ahead and sew these wrong sides together right at the edge, like I'm literally 1/8 of an inch or less, just like right at the edge. I'm trying not to get it to wobble or anything because I want it to be right there. Nice. Everything's staying nicely lined up. I'm making sure that I'm getting both top and bottom piece. Now I'm going to flip it over and do the same thing on this side. I'm going to line them up. Make sure everything is nice. And sew right at the edge of the fabric. Am I crazy for making a weird pillowcase? Yes, I am. Sewing at the edge. Lots of layers right there. If my machine can do it, so can yours. Sewing through both right at the edge. Everything seems good. I kind of have like basting stitches that I can follow along. Okay, so it's sewn right sides together. I know it looks dumb, right? But now, oh wait, hold on. I need some really, really close scissors. I literally sewed on the edge. But right here, I'm going to snip away up to my stitching line just a little, like that, just on these corners, like I'm literally barely, where did it even go? See that? It's barely, you can't even tell. Stitching, taking a little bit of this away. There we go. Just ever so slightly because of the bulk. I'll go in, put it right sides together. This is what we call a French seam because, well, that's how I figured I would do this. Because I didn't want any seams sticking out in the pillowcase. I wanted it enclosed. So I'm going to push my little corners out as much as possible. That is why I trimmed those little corners. I mean, there wasn't much to trim in the first place, but all right. I'm going to run my finger inside here along this now, folding it over. You should probably press it at this point, but so that it'll lay flat. But again, I'm not following any rules today. I'm just making sure that my seam is nicely pushed out using my finger because I don't want it to stick out on the other side, if that makes any sense. Right there is kind of bulky, but that's okay. Flip it over to the other side. Using my finger, I'm kind of just running it in there. You can see my finger pushing that seam. Pushing the seam. I'm kind of going over it more than once just to make sure everything's out and flat. Make sure there's no holes, which there's not because I know I sewed it shut. All right. To the edge, pushing that seam in there. Now, same exact thing, except now I'm going to sew a little bit bigger of a seam where my needle is going to go. So I don't know if you could see the seam right there. My needle is now going to sit on the outside of that seam. So see that divot inset right there? I don't know how well you guys can tell. So it created a divot. I'm going to sew on the inside. You can see how that divot across here. I'm going to sew on the inside of that with my needle along that whole thing, all the way down. So I'm just going to put my needle right to it, back stitch the beginning, and I'm just going to follow that divot, I guess, all the way down. But I'm also going to make sure with my fingers, since I didn't iron anything, and I have a lot of layers now going right here. I'm going to give it just very slowly, like, come across it. There we go. So now I'm just encasing that seam that I just made on the front. And that's called the French seam. I've probably done it in one or two of my videos before. My needle wants to go along this, so that's good. In one spot, it doesn't feel like it did, but oh no, it didn't. Go back real quick, fix that right there. There we go. Now I've got it. I can feel it with my fingers the whole way down. Hi, Jim. side down. Let's do the other. Everything should still be pushed out. Put my needle right here at the beginning. And I will go grab a pillow even to make sure that everything's good. Alright, this big area I do need to push out of the way just a little. Go really, 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 really slow. And I'm not even stitching. Why is that? All right, let's try that again. Sometimes over big, thick areas, even with a brand new needle, if you don't go super duper duper slow, the stitches don't seem to catch very well. Okay, so again, I'm just using my fingers to feel for the divot and sewing along it. A lot of layers here. This French seam so much easier when you're not using it on a quilt. So just remember that. Okay, now I should have a pillowcase. A functional pillowcase that's quilted instead of like a whatchamacallit pillowcase that's folded in. Grab it back out. Pull it through. It should fit his big monster pillow. Poke my corners back out with my fingies. Nice and pointy. So now you can see why, if you look at the bottom, because once there's a pillow in here, one side had border and the other side had border. So when the pillow is open, it's continuous, if you can see that, like that, when it's open. So no matter which way he lays it, it should be face up correctly. So let me grab a pillow real quick and shove it in, and you guys can just look at it for a second and I'll be right back. Here, I'll even tip the camera down so you can see the lovely quilting on it. Actually, yep, I have to grab his pillow. Better fit. I measured it for a different pillow. I had to take this out of his envelope pillow, but I don't know where he put his pillow. So you can see the pillow fits in there just like a pillow. Any pillowcase. Just hunker it down in there. All right, I'm gonna have to turn the camera so you guys can see. Oh, sorry. So it fits just like a regular pillow. And it goes either way. And I have a couple little flyaways here that got pulled through on my little French seam. So I really did a nice little tight French seam because that way it's good. But there's a couple little threads that got pulled through. That's okay though. So there it is. There's one side and there's the other. And see, when I had folded this in half, it matched this being in half, you know, because the whole end was hooked together with this. So now they match both sides. So I made a pillowcase instead. Awesome, right? And then the French seam looks like that on the inside. So it's just hidden in there. See? So you see no raw edges at all. It's flipped under.
You need me to get you anything? I'm back.
So there is a pillowcase.
No? Okay.
Nope, I don't need anything.
Okay, I love you.
And I have a couple little poke through threads from
Good job.
the back. And I'll hold up his matching quilt so that you guys can see in 2 seconds. So there's the pillowcase. So that way when it's laying, it looks either full on the top, either way, you know, because I added that border on each side. So that's how you make an actual pillowcase, not an envelope style pillowcase or pillow cover, but a quilted pillowcase. So there's that. So if you're ever curious about doing it, just make it in one full. It was 20 inches wide by, I don't even remember how long it was, honestly. We're going to minus a little bit from it, but now it's 62. So it was like 60 inches long-ish. Then I added this, so it makes the whole entire thing in one total 62 inches. And it was by 20 inches. I'm pretty sure that's what it was, but we'll look one more time. Oh, maybe it was like, yeah, 20 inches. There we go. So there it is. Okay, let me hold up his quilt so you can see what it goes with. His matching quilt that needs binding. Can you see? I don't even know if I'm holding that up enough. I can't turn the camera the other way because then you guys will see my secret project, and which is an upcoming video that I need to figure out. So it's queen size, so I can't really hold it too well. Up as much as you're going to see, and it matches. And then the cool part is that the orange that I put inside his pillowcase is the same color as his actual pillowcases, you know? So now he has matching stuff, but only one for a queen bed because I didn't have enough to do two, and I didn't want to split it up into two. So I just did it my way. Made one throw pillow put with a regular pillowcase. Yeah. Oh, there's so much work. This is why I haven't bound it yet. It's just too much work. All right, so there that is. And I have boxes everywhere because I've been shipping stuff, so my messy shipping room now. So there's that. That's how you do French seam for anybody that's curious. It was a lot of work between the quilt and the pillowcase. And like I said, later, see how that's kind of like not, it really doesn't even matter because it still needs to be washed. You know, once it's washed, this can be pressed down, but I can like starch it and press it. And then once it goes to the wash, it'll stay flat, you know. But I really don't care, and CJ isn't going to care either, like, whatsoever. He's just going to be glad that it's made, you know? So, I mean, we could press that down. Just like you can press the seams before you sew them in. If you wanted. Here, I'll lay that behind me. Or not. It won't stay. There we go. Okay. Anyway. So that's that. I'll bring you guys closer now because I'm done sewing. I don't feel like sewing anymore. I'm just not in the mood. All right, let's see. Got some other people that joined. Okay, I saw Jim. Hi, Sandy. The new people next door were cutting down my tree, and I yelled, "Stop cutting my tree." Oh, that sucks. That is horrible. Well, if it goes into their yard, I don't know how that works because our neighbor's palm tree, nobody's been there for 2 years. Their little palm tree flower buds bloomed, and now they're just filling my pool with palm tree things. So I don't care. Nobody's there. We're going to go cut those bloom things off. But I think when trees go over to the next yard, just like city has, 100%, if the city has a tree going from one yard into another or something, they can cut it. Unless they were like cutting for blooms or something. I don't know. Hi, Linda. What is this sewing tonight? I made a pillowcase. Well, I just put it together. I had made it, quilted it, and had it just sitting in 2 pieces. So that's what I did. My mom's neighbor cut several of her trees down while she was working. She was mad as a wet hen when she saw. Oh my goodness! I know that when it crosses over from one property to the other person, like just like the city has, if it's in the line of poles or power lines, they are allowed to cut it. So maybe that's what they were doing. I don't know. My flowers over there and told them to leave them alone on my land. Some people just don't, I don't know. Some people just don't like foliage, is what it is. I just don't want the little flower blooms on the plum tree next door in the pool because the girls open their mouth in the water and yeah, we open our eyes underwater and they get under the water. I mean, come on now. That's okay for me to cut. Making regular pillowcases, 1 yard, 27 inches for body and 9 inches for the banding, doing French seams also. Yeah, it's so easy. Just French seam, close it off. It's a little bit harder though with quilted pillowcase. It's a little bit on the harder side, but that's okay. It works. Trimming is one thing, but cutting them down is another. Yeah. Our neighbor cut clear to the ground, not just overhang. Oh my goodness. Yeah, see? I don't know. Some things just aren't allowed. Something I can see trimming things out of the way, like what we're gonna do, but chopping your stuff, that's wrong. And if they don't listen, I would say call the cops on them. I mean, file a complaint, ouch, or something. I don't know how that works. It's probably more hassle during this whole virus thing for a police officer to come out for stuff like that because they'll call it petty and won't even bother. But anyways, so what's everybody sewing? Anybody sewing anything? I finished my secret project that I showed you guys. I showed you what fabric I'm using, and then I said I will show you a finished project, and now until I'm done editing or figure out how to fix my editing, I can't show you. And I don't want to show you because I don't want to ruin the video. If I show you now, then you'll be like, oh, I know how to make that. So, and cops are afraid of, said the neighbor. Interesting. They don't do anything. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they just so stupid. Kim's working on delectable mountain blocks. I was playing and scrap sewing. Ooh, fun. Hi, Rachel. That's bad, Jim. Anybody doing anything that you guys want to share in the group for me to see, since I did one thing all week long? Well, since the day I gave you guys the secret a picture of my next project, showing you the fabrics that I was using. I've been working since that day. That was an insomniac night last Saturday, I think. Last Saturday, because it was before So Sunday. So yeah, I've been working on making that video since then, off and on a quilt that only take, if I would have put all the time together, it only takes like 4 hours to make. Go figure. And I've been working on making the video. That's how many times I had to stop, come back, stop, come back. So Cheryl's working on 2 baby quilts. Need to get off my duff. Suzanne, sometimes a misunderstanding is where the property line actually is. Yeah, that definitely is one thing. I'm working on applique cats for your mom. Ooh. Share a picture when you're done, Jim. I like kitty cats. Finish my house blocks for our time to quilt. Ooh, share that, Diane. You could share it in the group. I'm working on what Hexie swap project as well as jelly roll butterfly. What's a jelly roll butterfly quilt? Nita, that sounds interesting. Anything butterfly sounds interesting for me. Lisa, I'm back to making masks. More? I'm just kidding. I was so anxious to get back to quilting. I put a furry mustache on my son's new mask. It's pretty funny. Share it in the group. That is definitely sounds funny. I need to laugh. Till Thomas hasn't had the sewing bug. I'm trying to get back into it. Well, hopefully today helped you, because I'm hoping that every Sunday when you guys all come here and hang out with me while I sew, or when I'm not sewing, or when I even was hand sewing, which I've still been hand sewing, by the way, on the side. I hope that it inspires you guys to just sit down and do something, whether it be machine here, machine there, hand sew, or something quilting related, adding binding to something, or putting a border on something, or finishing that last and final block on a quilt top that you just said, oh, that looks like horrible, I don't like it, but you know, or even finishing the quilt top that you don't like. I'm hoping that you guys just do it anyway, whether you don't like it or not. That's what these Sew Sundays are for, to get you sewing on a Sunday, or even if you're just making clothes or whatever. Because the sky's the limit. It's that 1 hour or 2 hours on a Sunday can get a lot done. You know, that's the whole goal. Robin's working on daughter's quilt. Rachel finished piecing the yellow Dresden. I've been trying to finish for a year. Only borders left before I can quilt it. Awesome. Get it going. Get it going. Need a butterfly blocks made from jelly roll pre-cuts. So like the Missouri Star Quilt Company's butterfly blocks one that was made with jelly rolls. And here's Scott, guys. No, I got it.
Okay.
Doing cinnamon bun quilt. What is a cinnamon bun quilt? Look, you guys got me thinking what these things are.
Did you hear from your other people on here? Got the quilts? If they got them yet?
Who all got a quilt? Got their quilt? Who all that? There's 6 people that have gotten a quilt. Has your quilt came in the mail yet? Scott wants to know.
Well, Wednesday and Saturday one should have came. The other one's supposed to be there, I think Monday or Tuesday. But it might have came early.
Sorting and folding fabric, trying to reorganize things. I'm also trying to sell all of my flannel, and
Hi,
there is a
everyone.
lot. Gwen has a lot of flannel. Interesting. Jill says, very inspiring. I hope I am, because I'm very drained. So you guys got to do all the work for me. So get out there and start sewing, or get in there and start sewing. Get into your seat, your space, and start doing stuff. I will take pictures tomorrow before I pack it up to mail out. Okay, Diane, take a picture and share. I want to see. The one. Yes, just like the one Jenny did. Okay, a friend of mine is trying to learn how to quilt, and I thought it would be easy. I've been wanting to do that one too, Nita. Like I have for a while. Everyone's saying hi, Scott. Hi, Scott. My youngest son goes by his middle
Aiden
name,
is too
Scott.
common. I
He
didn't know
thinks
that.
Aiden
I
is
have
too
only ever
common,
met one
really?
Aiden.
Yeah.
I met
Scott
plenty of
is-
Scots in my life, but only
Scott
one
is more
Aiden.
common than that. Wow.
That's
well.
different.
I would have went by Aiden, but my
Yeah.
best friend, she goes by Aiden. So
Yeah. Oh,
It's okay. All right. Well, if nobody has anything else, I'm going to get my happy butt off of here. I'll show one more time.
well, as soon as I say hi, you're getting off. I'm going to say bye right away.
Here's the pillowcase that I made for Cyrus.
It's awesome.
And then the other side is totally different. It just goes with all
Oop,
these
we got
blocks.
a fuzzy.
There's going to be fuzzies. And it is 100% quilted, the same as the quilt. Can you see that quilting, guys? Here, let's get a light block so you can see how the quilting is. See that?
Do we have to watch
So
this one
this
with
is-
color catchers?
Wavy. I'm not even going to bother washing it. He can do whatever. I don't even think he's even washed his first quilt.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
I
I think so.
probably watched it a long time ago, but you guys can see the quilting. And then it obviously has this end, which matches now this side folded in half. So both sides are totally
Okay, you got
totally
questions.
equal, and it fit the pillow perfect. And it's a French seam, you know. So, and since it's quilted, it stays open. It doesn't fold in like most pillowcases, you know, like that.
Robin Boyd got her quilt, and then Suzanne's asking, what is the round thing at the, I guess, back of your machine? Sort of looks like a button. Or-
Oh, this, it's a button that I got from, oh
Oh,
my goodness, I can't remember where. It's a little bee. You're supposed to get a ton of them. Becca gets them, Becca, if you're here, from, oh my goodness. It's escaping my brain. It came in a package that I got given to me as a thank you for being a YouTuber and giving out good videos. There you go. You guys know Zappy Dot. They people collect them. They come with the little monthly subscription boxes. June won a bag on Mom and Pop yesterday. Oh, that is so awesome. I was only there long enough to see 2 of the winners yesterday. Thanks, just curious. Yeah, that's what it is. It's just whatever that Zappy Dot. That's the word.
she says T got her box for the exchange. We sent blocks to T for the exchange too.
Yeah, I saw Diane. I commented on the video. I had to go back and watch it because I came in on the end of the video. I haven't been catching everybody's this whole video editing thing lately, and doing things and making the video have got me just going super crazy. So I'm attempting my best to catch all my normal live streams, but I am missing so many of them because, yeah, yesterday I missed a lot and I had to come on from my tablet, but I was able to catch T at the end because I had to come on from my tablet. I didn't even know I had a notification.
Robin Boyd got her quilt in the mail. That's good. Are you happy with it, Robin? Is she the one that bought one, or did she buy 3? One person bought
Robin
3.
got icy spots, I think.
Okay. One person
I
bought
don't
3.
remember.
Is there a pattern that you've wanted to make but haven't managed it yet, honey?
Yes, there is. Let me grab it off the shelf. I'm not turning the camera because, again, I have secret
Well,
stuff
tell
in
me-
this room.
Tell me where it is. I'll grab it.
You can't grab it.
Okay, never mind. I can't grab it because I have no idea what it is, probably.
Where is it? Where is it? I have been waiting for the right fabric to do this. Don't ask me why. This is probably super simple and I can find the right fabric for it. This is the pattern I have really been waiting to do, but I don't have the right fabrics for it. Hanging Gardens. It's a Cozy Quilt Designs. It's most likely the easiest thing I'll probably ever do. It's really simple. It's just blocks that are put on the, they're set in like this, you know, but I haven't done it yet. I bought it and I was like, I thought the fabrics that I got were going to work. And then I looked and I watched the video again that Jordan Fabrics did, Donna Jordan. And I was like, no, the jelly rolls I bought weren't going to work. So this has been sitting there waiting for me to do. So one of these days I will get to it when I find the right jelly rolls or even make them myself out of some yardage. I don't know, but I really want to do that one. I don't know why. I just like the look of it. It looks really awesome. You know, like just the look of it. And it's made with jelly rolls. And you guys know me, I'm a jelly roll lover. I like my jelly rolls.
Okay.
I also have another one that my friend Michelle gave me. I don't even know if she's here right now. She's probably watching in secret and not talking. She gave me a big, huge pattern. It's paper piecing and it's sort of started, but I guess she got frustrated and just couldn't do it. So it's sitting in a bag with all of its pieces, all of its directions, but I need to sort it out before I start putting it together. And it's a really, really hard one, but I will get to it someday. Right for now, it's just collecting dust on the shelf.
Apparently
Waiting.
everybody's watched Donna Jordan make this.
Yeah. This one was a 2-part video too. If anybody remembers watching that, it was a 2-part video. Just haven't done any getting ready to order that pattern.
Tiff has an awesome video to show you guys if we could ever get it down. Her phone is not liking us because we are not technology friendly around here.
No, it's just I can't edit a video properly. You will like my next one.
But she has one she
Has
tried to put on like Friday for you guys, but
Because
we've
the
been
points are
screwing
not
with it
together.
since
I
then.
was so excited to do it. Highly disappointed. Rachel, have you tried my Hunter Star technique? It's in my older videos. You'll just have to type in Hunter Star and then Tiffany's Quilting Life, and hopefully it will pop up. But I have a Hunter Star that I came up with using 10-inch squares, and it's nothing like Jenny Doan's Hunter Star where you make, I've done it that way too, where you make a 4-patch and then you make a half square triangle patch, you know, sit in a certain way, and then you flip it, you know, over and over. It's not like that. I made that one. It's totally different. It's made with just 10-inch squares, and it came out really amazing, and the points absolutely line up. And everybody that's tried it so far says that their points were way better than any other way that they have tried. The pieces were cut using the AccuQuilt die. Really?
Robin spent the whole day organizing her sewing room.
Yeah, I need to do that in here. I have a disaster going on. Like, I have shipping stuff everywhere and labels and packages and this and that, and then projects everywhere. And yeah, this room is a mess right now. And then the baby's bed is there, and so on and so forth. Let's see. I was going to suggest that. Thinking about selling the die and pieces. Yeah, I don't know. I've never used one, so I don't know how they are. How am I feeling? Horrible. You guys know, if on video, I do my best to just be normal me. But the last couple weeks has been, I want to get back to normal. And if you notice, when I finally do get my video edited, you'll notice my face is only in it twice. I think twice. Yeah, twice. Because I don't feel like me. So I'm tired. I'm itchy. My skin has started to get rashes all over it. Not like the ones that I shared with you guys about the valley fever, like not really, really red like that, but just really bad dry spots all over the place that are circular, and it's 100% itchy, annoying. Plus I have the MS itches, and now I'm, as of yesterday, having MS issues with my legs. So I don't want that to affect me too, unfortunately. And I don't want to end up in my wheelchair, so I'm gonna do my best to stay out of it. But I'm doing, I hold it up. I hold myself right here. My level is way down here, and I'm holding myself up here because that is just who I am. So I'm trying to push through everything. But I've been crying a lot, let me tell you, because of the pain. What movie are we watching tonight? I forgot. Scott, what movie are we watching tonight? What movie are we watching tonight? Bad Boys 3. Tonight is Bad Boys 3. It sucks to be sick. Yes, it does. Huh? Well, I'm pretty sure they know Martin Lawrence and Will Smith is Bad Boys.
Bad Boys 3, the newest Bad Boys.
I did your way of finding, and it turned out awesome, Robin. That's cool. It's so easy. So easy the way I do it. See, that's.
I've heard the oatmeal bath thing before. What do we have in itchings?
Really, my rashes from itching from my medicine. I'm fairly certain everyone's sewing is a disaster at the moment. The Hunter Star die is the first one. that hasn't worked perfectly. Interesting. Have you asked anybody like in a, are you in any groups like for the Aki quilt and stuff? You should ask if anyone else has that one and see if they've had problems with it, Rachel, because wouldn't hurt to ask or even Google it. I mean, there's threads on, you know, you can find, what is it, Quora, Quora? It's like a question thing and then you get answers for all sorts of people's and there's threads of different things that people talk about. Yeah, I would definitely find out if someone else has had issues with it. Bath will help with itching, but never done it. My normal itching remedy, and it's not working for this particular itch because of the dry skin splotches. Now I'm just lotioning myself, but for MS itches, I get in the shower and I turn the water on scalding hot till my skin turns kind of red and I can't stand it. And then I quickly turn it over to freezing cold, freeze myself, and then turn it completely off and dry myself. That always 90% of the time takes away my MS itching. This time I think it's worsening because I do go in the pool, but I've been lotioning like lots and lots of lotion twice a day. So I'm hoping that it eases up a little bit. Cooking with Jafar. Is that Jafar? It's probably Jafar. Hi dear, how are you? I am just me. I'm having one of those days. Our Quilt of Valor group uses that one all the time. They seem to go together easily. Cheryl, are you talking about the Rachel's Hunter Star die? Well, if you get tired of it, Rachel, and you want to try the regular way, not using the AccuQuilt way, just look at my video. You have an allergy to chlorine, Jim? So you can't swim ever? Maybe in a lake. I don't put much chlorine in our pool. Our pool is it doesn't even smell. Yeah. We don't put a lot because it's just a tiny little pool. And it gets cleaned every day. If you ordered it from the AccuQuilt site within a year, they'll replace it free. Oh, that's a good one to know, Diane. Thanks for saying that, Rachel. So make sure you know that. Hi, Sue. No, you did not. Kim sent me another ruler. So now I have another Missouri Star ruler, and this is my next attempt. When I finally find something to do is this wacky web. I kind of want to do this. So I'm going to try this someday soon. Just know that. So thank you, Kim. She also sent me a bunch of felt that I can use in bags and some, is it called beeswax, Kim? I don't know. She sent me some thread waxy stuff that I run my thread through for my hand sewing. I'm at like 49 blocks now. I've made 49 4 patches all by hand. Slow going. Like, I don't know if my brain just doesn't catch on, but it's been a few weeks and I've been keeping at it here and there. So at least I'm getting it done. Beeswax. Okay, yeah. So she sent me some of that too for my hand sewing. Doctor gave him a very good cream for his dry skin. He has diabetes and his legs get very dry. Oh. Yeah, I don't need to ask the doctor for anything. I go to the doctor next week, I think. I don't know. I'm going to ask about just going off of it, the medicine. I don't want to be on it. Or at least like stopping to settle the symptoms. Because I have MS, my body is not registering that I have valley fever. So it's not fighting off the valley fever because my body is trying to fight MS. So all blood tests, everything does not show any valley fever, only MS problems that my body is attacking itself. So it has no time to fight the valley fever. And that's where I feel that being on this medicine is giving me tons and tons of side effects. And I still don't feel any better. I almost feel like I'm worsening, like for a while I felt okay. So I joined a group for people with valley fever and learning lots and lots of stuff, like all of my problems, like my chapped lips and dry mouth and all that, it's all normal. But people go through flares with it too, because we're still living in this area. If we moved away, we probably wouldn't have the problem, but I don't know. I kind of want to ask if I could just go off it for a while and take my chances. I've been taking my chances having MS for over 20 years. I mean, what's another problem? Take my lung out and get rid of the problem. You know, that's what I'm going to suggest pretty much. Just get rid of my lung, the lower lobe of my left lung, and that way it won't grow anywhere and spread throughout my body anymore, and make it easy. I don't want to be on this medicine. It's making me feel like poo-poo, and I don't like feeling like this. And I still hate being truly, like, super, truly exhausted. I am, you know, when you're just so tired and you just pass out anywhere, that's what I feel like, but I'm awake. I'm still having insomnia problems. I'm just tired, you know. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Uses Gold Bond on skin. I was so nervous making them. The cream is by prescription. I'm gonna try to mail mine out tomorrow. We use Gold Bond on my pup's belly. He got itchy when he rolls around in the grass. Interesting. Can't wait to get yours. Hope you like it. Okay. All right. Well, if you guys don't have anything else, I said this already. I'm gonna get off of here. I'm just gonna go watch a movie with Scott and eat some food and try to restart with the whole video editing. I really, if it doesn't go, I'm just gonna make like 6 videos out of all of it somehow, some way, and just post them over and over and over. Maybe we'll see how it works, and then like end it with a little, okay, this will be part 1 only and this part 2. I don't know how else to do it. It's not that it's long. I've posted 2-hour videos. I've edited 3-hour videos. I've edited a lot already. I don't know what's wrong with this particular video. It could be what was wrong with this particular project that I made. Everything just doesn't work out perfectly, you know? So maybe that's why the video is not working. I don't know. Whatever. I'll figure it out. All right. Felt like that. Finally found out I had a heart defect. Mine beats funny too. That's what the nurses keep telling me, because I have really low blood pressure. They're like, you don't feel that? I feel it. I feel the thump thump everywhere in my body. It echoes in my ears. She goes, oh, okay, but you have a nice, it's a soft sounding thump. That was funny the way she said it. She's like, I listen to it all day long. It's soft. All right. All right, for you. Good night. All right, guys. So I will see you guys next Sunday. And hopefully during this week, you will actually get a video posted from me. We'll see how this, I don't know. I'm going to try again and again until it's done. And if it drives me crazy, then you guys will never see the video and I'll just show you what I made. Take care of yourself. Don't stress out. I'm not trying to stress out. I'm just tired. I just don't like the medicine. That's it. So, all right, everyone. I love you all. And if you're new, subscribe, like, and I will see you guys next time. Bye for now.